It's amazing that my hobby has now become my career, and I'm so grateful that it is, but I'm finding different ways to be artistic that still kind of channel that, but in a different kind of way. So being out in nature, hopefully painting a bit more, and reading loads.
It's Raquel Goldie at Breakaway Ohio 2026, and I am here with the talented and beautifully stunning, oh my goodness, Hayla, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me again.
Of course, and I know we had said this is both of our first times in Ohio. How are you feeling right now?
It is. Oh, it's amazing to be here, and I hope actually that I'll get to have a bit of a explore.
Oh,
yeah.
When did you get in?
Last night actually, and we leave sort of like midday tomorrow, so we'll see in the morning. Maybe I can have a little mooch.
Tomorrow you are going to explore Ohio. I can't wait to see the journey on your Instagram. And we are here, obviously, because Breakaway, you're going to be performing on the main stage.
Yes.
So exciting for you. You're having such a big moment right now with all of your solo work. I mean, look at this right now. Like, she's ready to perform. How has it been planning everything for your big solo performances?
Honestly, I think it's been really fun because obviously it's like the collaborations that I've done in the past, trying to mix that in with the music that I've got of my own and newer tracks as well that actually I've not played all that much. It's been a great way to sort of see how we can take people on a bit of a journey, hopefully get people to know me a little bit better as an individual, as well through like some of the collaborations they may have heard. Maybe they've not heard my own solo stuff. So yeah, I think just trying to make sure that it's got a little bit of something for everybody, I think.
What was the turning point for you where you were like, okay, I'm having the big moments with all of the collaborations with John Summit and Cascade and Deadmau5, and I mean, the list goes on and on. What was the turning point where you were like, okay, I'm ready to be doing this on my own right now and just like go full throttle into everything?
I just think that, I've always kind of quietly to myself felt like I'd love to have that for myself. But I think that it's happened really organically, which is nice. It was kind of, I've always been in other people's bands, never my own. And I always fronted other people's bands or like did BVs or whatever. But I just think that I felt like it was quite a natural progression for me. And I kind of felt the fear and did it anyway, I think. And obviously as well, it's kind of, because I'm not DJing, I'm just going out as a vocalist. It's trying to show people what my show is so they can understand what it is. And then it's amazing to be booked on this today. So I'm so grateful, Yeah.
How do you keep your voice healthy? Because I always say when people bring up your name, I'm always like, no, you don't understand. Her voice live is better than recorded. So how do you kind of keep yourself so healthy with traveling so much and the different locations and the weather and everything? Because I know I'm very sensitive to it, so I can only imagine for you how it is.
Do you know, I try, and I know even though obviously need aircon today because it's very warm, but like I try and stay, like if I'm in my room, I don't keep the aircon on, which I know might not sound right to do. But I think it's sort of like I just try and hydrate quite a lot. I have a lot of herbal tea. I do warm up a little bit beforehand. But yeah, I think like I try and eat healthily. I just sort of try to get regular hours if I can. I'm like a napper, so I can sleep in the afternoon if I need to, which is good.
So important.
Yeah.
Disco naps are important.
Oh, if I can get one in, I'm like, yes, it's perfect. But I mean, most of the time, hydration, herbal tea, like throat coat is my best friend. Can't get it in the UK actually. But
really?
No. So when I'm here, I'm like,
stock up.
Yeah.
That's so funny. When you were planning the solo activities on your own, I mean, you are very thoughtful when it comes to hair, makeup, outfit. What did you start with first?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I have always enjoyed fashion, and I really wanted to kind of like build a world so people felt again like they could kind of feel who I am musically
live in that
world. Yeah. And I think that kind of it excites me, isn't it? As a fan of other artists out there, I think like the music that I've listened to over the years, when I actually feel like I've got even more of a deeper connection with like, I don't know what it is. I think it's fun. And I think dopamine dressing and just kind of feeling like I'm playing with the style. And, I would say this is me totally. But I think that I found an amazing stylist about 4 years ago now. And it was like, it gave me license to play and feel like that it is for me. And I could actually like, really indulge in building this kind of world. So I think the fashion came first. The music was already there. I had like ideas of what I wanted to do. This stuff now is a bit different, but it's just helped me kind of immerse myself a little bit more as well. And hopefully it's making everybody feel like they, again, get to know me a bit better.
Is there a separation between diva star Hayla than, your everyday Hayla?
I mean, I love like a big jumper, and I love binge watching
sweatsuit
shows. Yeah, I do. So if I've got a comfy one, especially for flying, but I mean, yeah, I mean, there's not much. I'm just me,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, I think it's funny when I go on stage, I have like the most calm mind.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I find it like, which is funny because years ago, obviously, I used to be quite a shy performer, and I found it really hard. But now I'm like,
You're
it's
ready.
nice. Yeah,
You're ready.
It's nice.
How are you preparing for the new era of Hayla, the tour you're going to be going on, which is so exciting?
Thank you very
New
much.
music that you're kind of changing the genre a little bit. Were you nervous about that?
Yeah, because I think it's always like, I basically, when I was writing it, it wasn't kind of written with any sort of real goal in mind. I didn't even really know I was writing an album. I kind of was just writing songs. And then I remember I did a few sessions within 8 weeks, and I said to my manager, I think I'm done. And he said, what do you mean? And I was like, I think I've
did it.
Done something here that's different. But I obviously didn't want to alienate anybody who may know me from more of the dance tracks that I've done previously, but just to let people know, I'm not leaving that world.
She is still
completely.
here. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, not leaving it completely. But I think like for me and myself, I think the more I age, the more I'm getting to know myself. And there's so many things that I enjoy and love. And I think that like through music, we find connection. And some of this stuff, if not all of this, is probably the most emotional kind of I was really going through it at the time of writing it. And not that I haven't been like that with everything else I've written. It's always been me. And
personal.
Always, yeah, but this just felt like something, it just ended up the way that it did through just the fact that I thought, you know, I want to get in the studio and write for the love of writing and just get something off my chest. And it was really cathartic, yeah.
Obviously, you're going to evolve as an artist anyways. If people think that you're not going to,
yeah,
we gotta study the music a little bit more, people.
Yeah.
You've had so many collaborations that we've mentioned. Is there anyone that you would want to collaborate with that you haven't been able to? Can be any genre.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've said this before. I probably have, but Bonobo. I always say it because I just think I have been a fan for years and years and years. And genre-wise, okay, it's maybe not what I've been doing, but I've just been such a fan. And the live shows are always incredible, and incorporating like live instruments as well. And I just think it would be really fun. Yeah.
What's inspiring you right now?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, like when I was writing this body of music, I was thinking about spaces and atmospheres and nature a lot. So, I mean, I'm trying to get back into painting.
Love.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to do art. I was actually going to do like art and interior design.
Fun.
Yeah.
That makes more sense with
I
who
love
you
it.
are as a person.
Oh,
Yes.
thanks.
I love that.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't know, I think like, because, you know, it's amazing that my hobby has now become my career, and I'm so grateful that it is, but I'm finding different ways to be artistic that still kind of channel that, but in a different kind of way. So being out in nature, hopefully painting a bit more, and I'm reading loads.
I love.
Yeah.
What's it like getting to be this kind of character, but also vocalist in the EDM space? Because, you know, when people think of electronic music, it's not necessarily that, but I think you've really been able to make people evolve as listeners as well in the genre, which is so great.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
It's so true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think like I just create. I don't know. When you're writing, hopefully you think that people would resonate with things, you know. And I think it's just for me, being a lover of music and a listener of music, it's an honor to be in this position, and the fact that people have wanted to listen to what I've been doing, and obviously the collaborations that I've had. It's been amazing, really. I don't know if that's answering the question.
No,
but
you are. I mean, yeah, definitely. How do you keep yourself grounded through all of this too? Because it's gotta be crazy trying to figure all of this out.
I think so. Do you know what? This sounds really basic, but I don't. If I think about it all, I'm like, whoa,
too much.
Yeah, but I'm quite good at like compartmentalizing things, and I kind of, not that I don't know what I'm doing in the future that far ahead, but I'd sort of like, as things come up, I then think about them. I am an anxious person, so I do probably sweat the small stuff.
Same.
A lot. Yeah.
We be like that. The girlies are anxious.
Oh, I can't help it. I wish I could, but like but yeah, I think like when it comes to this side of my life, I'm very kind of, compared to how I used to be, like a lot more cool, calm, and collected when I'm able to sort of like put things in little boxes. I don't know. That's how I think about it. Yeah.
I mean, it goes back to being more confident and proud of yourself, and I'm so happy for you and everything you're going to be doing in the next 6 months. It's going to be crazy.
Thank you so
Hayla,
much.
thank you so much for joining us at Breakaway Ohio 2026.